So here we go, let's start in reverse with method number 3. I would simply go to Filter and then select Camera Raw Filter. And very important, this is going to work when you're opening RAW files and even JPEGs. The Camera Raw window opens up, you access this icon right here, it's called Effects, and you have this section here, Post Crop Vignetting. And you grab the amount slider and drag it to the left because you want to darken the corners. If you go to the opposite direction, you will brighten the corners. Some people used this effect on very old photos, so it's up to you if you like it or not. What I usually do is to bring this slider all the way to the left so that I can adjust the midpoint, the roundness of the vignette, and also the feather if I want a smoother or a harder transition. When I'm pleased with the settings, I just grab the amount slider and bring it back to a closer value to 0. For this image, I feel that a value around -20 is perfect. I can also check the before and after by pressing P on the keyboard, and then I'm gonna hit OK and the vignette is applied. I want to give you a very cool tip if you choose this method. You can see that I created this vignette on the background image, and the only way to go back is to undo this step and start all over again if I decide that I want to change the settings of the vignette. But there's a trick for this. You select the image, right-click, choose Convert to Smart Object, and now whatever smart filter I apply in this layer, it will be editable. So I will enter the Camera Raw filter again, make the adjustments for the vignette, hit OK, and you can see that the Camera Raw Smart Filter has been added under the image. And if I double click it and wait for a few seconds and then go to Effects here, my previous settings were remembered and I can change them again if I want, and then click OK. Let's move to method number 2, which involves the gradient tool. First step, create a new layer. Go and grab the gradient tool. You can activate it with the G letter as well on the keyboard. White needs to be your foreground color and black the background color. Quick tip here, to reset them is to hit D and then press X to switch them. Make sure you choose white to black from here. Set the gradient to be radial and also check the opacity to be at 100%. And now drag from the center of your subject, and don't worry too much if this isn't perfect from the first time because you can modify it later. Set the blending mode of this layer to multiply, and then with the gradient tool still active, you can readjust the gradient by making it bigger, for example. You just draw a line again starting from the center of the subject and click somewhere in this area. The gradient was updated. A nice tip here is to try and protect the bright parts of the image to not be affected by the vignette by using Blend If. In this case, the clouds from the bottom left of the image. Double click on the layer, hold down the Alt key, and separate these two handles to make the transition smoother. And when you're done, just hit OK. I can check the before and after by enabling and disabling this layer. And looks like the vignette is too intense, so I just grab the opacity and drag it to the left. And 60% looks fine to me. And here comes method number 1, which actually is my favorite because I feel I can have the most control over the vignette. I'm gonna add a levels adjustment layer and drag this midpoint to the right to darken the image. Somewhere around here. Okay, now take the round selection tool and create a circle or ellipse around your main subject. When you're done, make sure the foreground color is black, and then press Alt plus Backspace. This will fill in the selected area with black. Now take a look at the layer mask here. Everything what is white is visible and what is black is hidden. In this case, the levels adjustment layer is not affecting the image in the black areas of the layer mask, which is perfect. Now, obviously, this is not a vignette, so I need to make it more soft. First, I double click on the mask to open its properties and take the feather slider and raise its value to make the vignette more soft. A cool thing here is that you can separate the mask from the levels adjustment layer, so they work independently. Press on this little chain here and they are now separated. Press Ctrl T, resize it however you want, and then press Enter. And you can do this whenever you need it. It's amazing how much control you can have with a simple layer mask. This is why this method is my favorite one. And if you're interested in other Photoshop tutorials, click on the playlist on the screen right now, and why not subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. I'm Chris, and see you guys in the next one.